What did you say when Biden called you and said he wasn't running? Well, I immediately thought of him first. No, you didn't. You know, I mean, fracking. Dana Bash had her dead to rights. I was like, you said this. I have the quote. I'm reading it to you. You said there should be a ban on fracking. Why can't they just go, yeah, you know what? I got it wrong. I was talking to the wrong people. You know, she's had this ridiculously high turnover.
Bill Maher just roasted CNN for shamelessly fawning over Kamala Harris while relentlessly attacking Donald Trump, and it's safe to say the left won't be too happy about it. The outspoken liberal commentator tore into the network's blatant bias and its obsession with twisting every headline to favor Democrats, holding it directly responsible for Harris's dramatic fall from grace. Maher's takedown of CNN isn't just sharp, it's one of his most explosive critiques in recent memory. Brace yourself, because this one hits hard. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's dive right in.
CNN is the place where both sides can watch. And
I'm talking about the people on CNN. And what I know what the conservative side of America thinks, and I don't blame them. They were just gushing about how great a speech it was. And I think she did fine. I didn't think it was as good as they were making it out.
CNN seemed to swoon every time Kamala Harris spoke, turning even her simplest lines into major political moments. They flooded panels with experts praising her as a genius, but as Bill Maher bluntly said, she wasn't. He called out CNN for its shameless bias and desperate cheerleading, saying they weren't informing the public but running PR. With his trademark bite, Maher ripped right through their polished facade.
It does look like tokenism. It's kind of like the same as The View.
I don't think that you can say that CNN is anything but fair. Everyone who was speaking last night, it's not like they were all Democrats. I mean, we had Dana Bash, Jake Tapper, Abby Phillip.
They come across
giving
that way.
Analysis.
They come across that way. In a moment like that, it was like 5-1. It always looks like 5-1.
Caitlin Collins, in her best nothing-to-see-here tone, tried defending CNN by claiming they do cover Republican conventions and sometimes invite Republican guests on their shows. It was a cute defense, but Bill Maher wasn't having it. He acknowledged that conservatives do appear on CNN, but pointed out it's never a fair fight. The panels are usually stacked 5-1, with a lone Republican sitting there like cannon fodder. Then came the knockout blow. Maher compared CNN's setup to The View. Ouch. The so-called serious news network, he said, now looks more like a daytime talk show circus where one conservative gets mocked and steamrolled by a liberal crowd.
Conservatives do not trust CNN because it is so staunchly anti-Trump. He's not wrong, because they'll put on people like Adam Kinzinger or Anna Navarro, George Conway, and call them Republicans, or pretend that's being balanced by putting them on by saying, oh, see, these conservatives don't even like Trump. Only Scott Jennings over there can be called a conservative. And Maher is right. It's almost always 5-1 on shows they portray as news programs.
Many people don't trust CNN, and it's not hard to see why. Their idea of balance is just tokenism, bringing on so-called Republicans who either can't argue well or barely count as conservatives. These guests aren't there to debate, they're there as props, easy targets for the liberal panel to mock. That hypocrisy drives Bill Maher crazy, and it's driving viewers away, too. People can tell when a network is stacking the deck. CNN isn't offering real debate anymore, it's offering theater.
Do you have the time? Your answer is not, I do. If you, do you have the time? Right. Yes, it's 4 o'clock. Well, you have to understand that words don't always mean what they mean.
And when Tim Walz said, like, the American people, I talk like they do. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're a huge liar, like all politicians are. I don't care, by the way. I've always said this about politics. They're all going to lie. They're politics. It's what they lie about. I don't give a what you did during the Iraq. You were in the Guard. So I don't understand why they just can't. You're just insulting my intelligence.
Bill Maher didn't hold back. He went after both Kamala Harris and Tim Walz for the blatant lies they pushed during their easy, softball interviews. Walz, with his practiced political grin, has been caught exaggerating or outright lying about his role in political and military events to look like a seasoned leader. Harris, meanwhile, claimed she'd been to the border when she hadn't, and her team even tried spinning a story that she avoided Joe Rogan's podcast because Rogan wouldn't allow her. Maher wasn't buying any of it. He called out their dishonesty, saying this isn't politics as usual, it's deception disguised as credibility, and the media's gentle treatment only makes it worse.
What did you say when Biden called you and said he wasn't running? Well, I immediately thought of him first. No, you didn't. You know, I mean, fracking. Dana Bash had her dead to rights. It's like, you said this. I have the quote. I'm reading it to you. You said there should be a ban on fracking. Why can't they just go, yeah, you know what? I got it wrong. I was talking to the wrong people. You know, she's had this ridiculously high turnover. Like 42 of 47 people as vice president are gone. Just blame it on them. You know why these are gone? Gave me the wrong information on fracking.
That's classic Kamala Harris: dodge the question, shift the blame, and hope no one notices. It's become her trademark move. Take fracking, for example. She blatantly changed her stance once it became politically inconvenient. Then came her infamous word salad moment, where she was asked what she could do better than Joe Biden. Instead of a clear answer, she delivered a confusing jumble of half-thoughts that sounded deep but meant nothing. Bill Maher couldn't resist pointing it out because it perfectly sums up her style: say a lot, mean very little, and rely on the media to make it sound brilliant. But this time, people are starting to see through the act.
What the bug up there is about IVF. I mean, I certainly understand abortion. You know, there's a baby growing in the womb. I get it. It's going to be a human. Doesn't bother me. But yes, it is murder. Again, doesn't bother me that it is.
You're not supposed to mess with that. That's what many people think. You're supposed to let.
Oh, I see.
Great man upstairs.
Oh,
yeah, it goes back to that stem cell debate that George Bush had.
Yes.
Remember? It goes like the Terry Schiavo. It's just like laugh. We support laugh.
Kamala Harris is quickly losing support among young men, the same group that helped boost Trump in 2020. And the reason isn't hard to see. For years, Democrats have pushed narratives that many men feel undermine or sideline them. Instead of changing course, Harris stuck to the same tired playbook. When choosing a running mate, she had the chance to inspire younger voters but went with an older, safe pick that did nothing to win them back. Meanwhile, Trump chose a younger running mate, signaling confidence in the energy and potential of young men. That contrast is striking, and it's a big reason Harris is losing a demographic Democrats can't afford to ignore.
What explains Donald Trump's appeal to young men? I saw today that the gender gap, I think, is the widest. I mean, it's very predictable. I mean, the women are much more for Kamala, and the men are much more for Trump, generally.
But it's not predictable if you look at past elections where voters under 30, generally men and women, went for Democrats. This is remarkable. I think to explain it...
Wait, you're talking about under 30?
Yeah, the under 30
What's going
gender
on
gap is very different than past elections.
They still don't get it. They mock podcasts that promote healthy masculinity, acting like strong men are some kind of threat. But strong men build strong families, communities, and societies, while weakness breeds chaos and dependence. That's what the left keeps missing. In 2016 and 2020, millions backed Donald Trump because he represented strength, resilience, and defiance against the idea that masculinity is toxic. It wasn't just politics, it was a cultural pushback. People are tired of being told toughness is a flaw, and that desire for real strength isn't going away.
2020, young men and young women voted for Joe Biden at roughly the same rate. Over the last 4 years, and now with Kamala Harris, young women are voting for Kamala Harris at that same level, if not more. Kamala Harris has barely moved the needle with young men. They have gone more toward Trump. There's a lot of reasons for that. I think Trump has exploited culture war stuff. He appears on hyper-masculine podcasts, and he just seems like a fun bro who's not going to ban your zins, you know?
Kamala Harris is in real trouble if she doesn't fix her growing problem with young men. Once a key voting group, many now feel ignored and mocked by a party that treats masculinity like a flaw. If Harris wants a chance, she needs to drop the woke talking points and start respecting strength and balance. Until then, young men will keep turning away, and it'll show on Election Day. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe for more.